Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the new Flashback Gigi Buffon to review today. So, we're taking a look at a card that is 99 at basically everything, right? Because the basic chemistry style is giving that, so if EA are promoting that, that's what he should be, right? Pretty cool looking card, to be fair. 97 rated version of his card. He's 1-star skills, 2-star Fifa, but does have the 6'4" height. And as you guys know, in FIFA, very, very important for you to have that height. It's going to be an interesting player to try out cautious with crosses. I guess cautious with crosses means he doesn't really go for them unless you force the instruction out of the card. That's okay. I don't mind if he's more of a traditional stay in the net type goalkeeper. I don't necessarily mind, because if he's too aggressive on the crosses, it could be a problem. But at the same time, if he doesn't always go for crosses, also could be a problem. But at the same time, again, crosses and corners are not really effective, so being cautious on crosses, probably the most ideal thing to have, to be fair. An instruction you could give this card, and I'm going to tell you guys what it is. It's Sweeper Keeper, okay? Now, the Sweeper Keeper really depends, because if you take a look at his attributes, he has 80 or 65 acceleration with 52 sprint speed, 70 acceleration in-game. So you could potentially use him as a Sweeper Keeper if you want to. Probably not necessarily going to be completely ideal, but we can definitely try him out with that instruction just to see what he's like, right? Because Sweeper Keeper is actually a very underlooked instruction, because I use it on players like Ter Stegen, his Barcelona card, team of the season, and guys, Ter Stegen and Van der Sar are like the meta goalkeepers. Like, if you look at goalkeepers in FIFA, the ones that make the craziest saves for you are the ones that are the meta ones, because it's just from certain angles that they make saves. It's a certain animations that they choose to do as well, right? Like, it's saving opportunities that should be 100% shots, but the goalie is just so good that he saves it anyways, right? Like, Ter Stegen and Van der Sar are those types of keepers. I'll be completely honest with you guys. Icon Moments Jens Lehmann, he's in my main team when I wasn't using Ter Stegen, and he was actually doing work for me, but goalkeepers can be random. I just think that with Van der Sar and Ter Stegen, they are the most consistent ones. They are the most meta ones. Buffon will just be like an incredibly usable version of himself, I think, because those two are just in a different league. I think those two are the ones that most of the pro players use whenever they do the competitions as well, right? So, in regards to this review, though, we are going to be trying it out like this. Players in the box is going to be crazy. Width is going to be crazy. Width will be short on this one, because I want the defenders to defend themselves, but with a little bit higher depth, like 6, I would say. That way, we'll actually be able to try out the goalkeeper. It's mostly going to be allowing my opponent to attack against me, and for me to see what animations Buffon goes with and whether or not he should have made certain saves. So let's get into a game, see how he plays. Hopefully, he's a monster. I guess he's using Leroy Sané in the team to do the Werner objective as well. I mean, this team on 91 chemistry is fine, because their base card stats, they're already pretty good on most of these cards, so they should be able to attack quite nicely. What I'll actually do is I'll probably put Team Press on, actually. Or Team Press might affect some players, because Team Press is disgusting in this game, because attacking AI doesn't really do well against it, but we'll just try it out with the Team Press. I will face my controller, because this is what people do, right? Thumbsticks up, controller down, and we'll see what's up. Okay, so that's a near post angle. He goes for the far post. Finesse shot. Ooh, that's actually a different animation right there with Gigi Buffon. Okay, like a one-handed punch away. That actually kind of feels like his actual animations in game, Far post again. Oh, no. Doesn't go for the shot right there. Oh, okay. He's making saves right now, yo. Far post again. Look at this. Look at this. I'm not even doing anything, and the defenders just do stuff for you. Yo, Buffon with 2 really good saves so far, actually. Near post? Oh, just dribbling? Okay. He does that animation right there. That's it's a situation where I don't mind the person scoring, but a better goalkeeper, like a meta goalkeeper, could potentially have gone in that situation, because it was kind of like a finesse shot to the right side there, and Buffon did one of the worst goalie animations of this game. It's kind of like a weird his body just goes like right into the middle airspace and then like tries to dive to the side. Like he doesn't just go to the side, if that makes sense. Like it's just the way that he goes for it is really, really strange. But yeah, I think a top meta goalkeeper might have been able to save that, especially since it was a finesse shot to the opposite side, right? On the inside foot as well. Near post angle? Okay, so that's a typical one. He should be able to score those ones. Again, in some moments, some of the top tier meta goalkeepers will get to that ball as well. His animation there is what I expected his animation before to be. You know what I'm saying? Like that one animation, I hate that thing in this game. First time shot, good save there. Goes back in net as well. He goes for the near post there. In that situation, that animation over there for the near post angle is perfectly fine. But when a shot is a cross goal, especially from a finesse, makes no sense. Oh, loose possession of the ball. Didn't even do anything right there, and Buffon actually gets the ball right away. So he understands the play really quickly right there, which is nice. Yeah, so far he's what I expected the goalie to be. Like he'll make some good saves for you from time to time. I don't think he'll be a full meta goalkeeper. But he'll definitely be really cool to use in the game for sure. I wish they made a Portuguese version of this card or something. Portuguese version as in, like, you know, if it was like a Rui Patricio, like, hey, look, let's just make a cool Rui Patricio card. Imagine they created like a Moments Eduardo card from like the World Cup that they did before. That would have been really cool, man. That one World Cup, I think it was like 2010. He was freaking nuts in, man. He was so good. Oh, that's a near post angle. Save animation's questionable right there. Yeah, that one's a little bit questionable. He goes for a leg save for a shot that is directed at him. Thiago Alcantara's finishing not that crazy. Not that crazy. Shoots it right through the middle. I was expecting, like, if he shot it to the right side, okay, that's a goal. But through the middle, very questionable right there. So those are the save animations that's going to be a little bit 50-50, you know? Oh, I think this guy stopped playing too. Yeah, he stopped playing. We'll go into another game here then. Or maybe he didn't, I don't know. He moves, boys, he moves. I'll make sure my controller's actually moving before he kicks me out. Shot across goal, kind of to the middle. Should be saving that. Pretty typical save right there. The thing about like using Gigi Buffon in your team is that, like, I don't know, if you grew up, you know that Gigi Buffon was like top 3 goalkeepers of at least my era, like modern era. You know, he's just, it was him, it was basically him, oops. It was basically him, Casillas, Petr Cech, you know, like those are the guys you looked up to the most. He actually approaches the ball really quickly when he notices that he has to push, which is nice. But yeah, you know, it's one of those things where when you use one of these 3 cards, it's fun because of that very reason, right? I wonder if Petr Cech is actually going to get an icon card. I'll just score a random goal there. Pushed up the goalkeeper a little bit right there. That save animation was perfectly fine. Blocks that angle really well. Oh, his arm gets to that. Well, at least next year the ball actually just phases through your arm, because that's just really irritating. Wow, this game is top class. Oh, this game is just a masterpiece. Just trying to do a ball roll. My player just, he doesn't know what's going on. Come on. I don't know what formations or tactics this guy has. I just chose like attacking or defending. I don't know what he's working with, to be fair. Oh, that has to be a goal. That's gotta be. You know what, boys? I think this review is done. Well, that's a GG. Alright guys, so final verdict on the Gigi Buffon flashback card is that he's not going to be a full meta goalkeeper for you because he's going to make some mistakes here and there. He's not going to be consistent like Ter Stegen and Van der Sar. Like, those two in this game are super consistent. They do some things bad from time to time, but man, I'm telling you guys, like, I packed Team of the Season Ter Stegen in one of the SBC packs that I did, and I used him for like 5, 6, 7 games, and some of the shots that he saves from 100% angles is just ridiculous, right? Buffon will sometimes make animation choices that are not necessarily ideal, but at the end of the day, that's going to be how most people are going to be in this game if they're goalkeepers, right? If they're not Ter Stegen or Van der Sar, they're probably going to be inconsistent. Some players are very close to them, like I said, I don't know, man. I've been using like Jens Lehmann's Moments card, and he was actually pretty good for me. Yasin had some pretty bad times, but then Jens Lehmann in draft, I've had some bad times with, right? So that's just how it works when it's not full meta goalkeepers. Some of his animation choices were kind of cool, right? Like the first shot where he kind of like just palms it with one hand. I honestly don't really see that animation being used that much, and it really felt like Gigi Buffon was actually doing that save, right? This game is trash, but Gigi Buffon is an 84K player. That's, you know, one of the best goalkeepers of all time, let's be honest. Like, again, like I was saying in the video, Iker Casillas, Petr Cech, Buffon, Neuer, like those are the guys you looked up to like most of the time when it comes to goalkeepers of our era, right? I'm 24, so it's just really cool. It's a cool card to get for that variable, right? And you can kind of do this cool little link up with Flashback, Chiellini, and Buffon, especially if you're a Juventus fan, right? So, yeah, it's cool for the concept. I don't think he's going to be like a full meta goalkeeper, though. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, my dudes. By the way, so when it comes to goalkeepers and when it comes to most cards in this game, if they're not great from base card stats, from rare gold cards, they are usually not going to be that much different when it's upgraded. It's just going to be a super improved version of himself, if that makes any sense, right? So, yeah, I'll catch you guys later.